Another beautiful night for Philippine basketball as we welcome you back to the 2022 MPBL playoffs.
One thing I learned is never choose your opponent kung sino yung manalo sa kanila kasi they have their own strengths and weaknesses. So it's a very tight battle right now. It's very physical. So maganda panoorin.
Baseline inbound, Gabo. They go to Villarreal. He will drive. Pilot with some magic in the air. We are down to the last 8 teams in our 2022 MPBL playoffs. And tonight, we feature a young team on the rise, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, as they challenge the undefeated powerhouse, the 23-0 Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, back on their home court. This is the battle once again for North Division supremacy, coming to you live all the way from Palayan City, Nueva Ecija. The Kapampangans brought their own 2 buses and a coaster to support their Giant Lanterns, but will that be enough as they contest against the top-seeded team in the league, the currently undefeated Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards? Welcome to the MPBL North Division semifinals between Archie Concepcion and the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, going up against the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards with Michael Wico as a Kapampangan, now representing the Nueva Ecijanos. Earlier today, we saw a victory for the San Juan Knights going up against Pasig City, and that will set us up for our second game in the semifinals. This is Nueva Ecija versus Pampanga. Thank you so much for joining us. Nick Gomez at your service alongside Javi Palanya. Javi, we saw that Game 3 victory for Pampanga against Bataan just 3 days ago. How confident do you think they are against this undefeated team of Nueva Ecija?
Well, definitely being one of the teams that came close to defeating Nueva Ecija in the elimination round. That is something that they have in their corner, being able to get in step with the Rice Vanguards, who have dominated almost all the teams here in the MPBL. But again, that long layoff by Nueva Ecija could be a factor as well. But they tried to stay sharp, did not have much days off, and really tried to practice as much as they could to prepare for Pampanga.
Good to read the mention that first outing between Pampanga and Nueva Ecija, the biggest lead of Pampanga was 18 in that game before they gave it up and lost by 6 points against the Rice Vanguards. We will break that down even more later on for you guys. But right now, let's welcome in our courtside reporter na si Sam Coloso. Sam, magandang gabi.
Magandang gabi, Migs and Javi. It's another amazing night to be with you guys dito sa Nueva Ecija Coliseum. Sabi ng Pampanga, they really had a lot of trouble before coming in here dahil na-stuck nga yung bus nila earlier. Pero halos bit-bit din nila ang buong Pampanga. At para naman sa Nueva Ecija, they do really want to defend their home court tonight. So let's see what happens.
Well, this is one of the most passionate crowds, if not the most passionate crowd in the MPBL. Makakatapat nila ngayon. Marami rin Kapampangan. This is the most from the opposing team that they have brought fans here in our Nueva Ecija Coliseum. Thank you so much for joining us. To all of you watching live on 1PH, the Facebook Live of the MPBL, and the YouTube channel as well. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. And do give us your comments, maybe some questions as well, because you never know, we might feature you here in our coverage. Why don't we do some of those right now? Give a shout out to some of our kaligas. Basahin natin ang kanilang mga comment from Bernard Talanay. Panalo o talo, I'm proud. Nueva Ecija from Dubai. Go, 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 Nueva Ecija. Great to have fans all the way from Dubai. Nolaso Carrion cheering for Pampanga naman. Go Pampanga. Nakapanahon ang mga parol. We also have Baby Wendy saying, huwag magpapabuli sa mga kalaban. Keep your composure and winning attitude. Good luck, Pampanga Giant Lanterns. All out Warna. It is now or never. That is definitely correct. And Mandy Claude says, undefeated, perfect team, united team, proud. Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards fans, we love you po. mga idol Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Triple clap emoji. Thank you so much to everyone who commented, and of course do leave some more on our social media accounts. Now we break down that previous win of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns in game number 3 against the Bataan Risers as the sole series that went down the wire, as we mentioned, in that third game in the Benguiao Convention Center. Javi, could you take us through that game last Friday?
Well, it was really a game that Pampanga dominated from the start, but Bataan was able to come back and make it competitive. Kaya lang ang naging kaibahan lang talaga in that game was the free throw shooting of the Bataan Risers. They attempted 44 attempts in that game, but was only able to make less than half of that total. And both teams, they did not shoot well from the field. And even though Bataan was able to run out on the break and get +8 more fast break points, 24 to 15. Sorry, that's +9. Pampanga was able to dominate the glass, get 16 offensive rebound, and get shots from the outside, 8 compared to the 3 makes by the Bataan Risers. It was really a struggle for the Stars of Bataan, and even though James Castro had 13, it wasn't enough para sa Bataan to rise above the Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
What a way for Pampanga to avenge their Game 2 loss on their very own home court. The Kapampangas are very much pumped up in that Game 3 win. Now let's talk about Nueva Ecija. They swept Marikina in 2 games in their quarterfinal series. Marikina, though, they played very well in that game number 2.
Yeah, compared to game 1 where Nueva Ecija totally dominated, it took Nueva Ecija that second half to run away from the Marikina Shoemasters. In fact, Marikina was leading by 3 at the half, 40 to 37, but eventually the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards flipped the switch as they have always done throughout this season and just dominated from their 39.3%, not really a very ideal shooting clip, but was definitely better than the 31% of the Marikina Shoemasters, and Nueva Ecija in true fashion won that game.
That's actually a low separation for Nueva Ecija, just 11 points if you actually think about it, because of just how dominant they have been all season long. And speaking of their dominance, let's talk about that win by the Rice Vanguards against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns that happened in this very own home floor. We mentioned it was a 24-point turnaround. The biggest lead was 18 points for Pampanga in that match.
Yeah, the Rice Vanguards again used the second half to be able to get back into this game. Imagine being down by 18 points. Was not enough by Pampanga to keep Nueva Ecija at bay, and the depth of the Rice Vanguard just forcing another victory para sa kanilang koponan, dominating inside the paint despite getting beat on second chance points and bench points, which is very unfamiliar to Nueva Ecija because of their deep lineup. They were still able to hack out that victory and stay undefeated against one of the top teams sa ating Norte.
Well, they were very much motivated to win that game because it was the evening of the 33rd birthday of their very own Michael Wico, and what a game that was for him to win it against his very own homegrown team, no? Ito Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Michael Wico will be under our spotlight tonight, as well as Archie Concepcion, 2 Kapampangans squaring off in game number 1.
A great matchup that we have here on our screens. Both wing players that bring a lot of energy. Kaya lang ito si Michael Wico plays a much more different role than Archie Concepcion. Wico brings the energy, the defense, and the hustle, but he could also score the basketball when needed. He played a great game against the Giant Lanterns in the regular season, while itong si Archie Concepcion is the top gun para kay Governor Dennis Delta Pineda. So expect him to have that effort of putting on the points para sa Pampanga, because that is very much needed for them to pull out the victory in this game.
And remember, before the emergence of Archie Concepcion as the All-Star of Pampanga this year, it was Michael Wico who was the former All-Star of the Giant Lanterns in the previous seasons of the MPBL. Now let's turn you over to Sam Coloso, who is with Michael Wico and Archie Concepcion.
Migs and Javi, kasama ko nga ngayon ang ating key players, Archie Concepcion from the Pampanga Giant Lanterns and Michael Wico from the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Archie, I'll start with you. In one of your games during the playoffs, sabi nga ni Coach, the shooting was horrific. How are you sure na that's not gonna happen tonight?
Siguro po, part lang po ng maturity namin yun bilang player para pagdating po dito, ready po kami. Siguro part po yun para dito po. Yun po.
Archie, what are you expecting na klaseng laro ang ibibigay sa'yo ng Nueva Ecija tonight?
Basta yung sa amin po, yung 100% namin, bibigay po namin. Yun lang po.
Maraming salamat and good luck to you and your team. Ngayon pumunta naman tayo kay Michael Wico from the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Michael, undefeated, but Pampanga actually scored 21 points against you guys during nung elimination rounds. How sure are you na that's not gonna happen tonight?
Siguro nung last game na ng Pampanga, medyo wala kami discipline sa defense namin. So ngayon, we need to stick out to our game plan.
Anong expectations nyo na ibibigay ng Pampanga sa inyo ngayong gabi?
Expect namin talaga playoffs na so pupunta talaga yung laban. So itong ginuto inaalala namin sa buong taga Nueva Ecija nyo. Thank you.
Maraming salamat. Once again, that was Archie Concepcion from the Pampanga Giant Lanterns and Michael Wico from the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Now let's get this ball game on the road. I'm turning it over to Miguel Pere.
Good evening, MPBL fans, and welcome to the Nueva Ecija Coliseum. Tonight's main game will feature the other Game 1 semi-final matchup in the North Division between Pampanga and your Nueva Ecija. Live on the official MPBL FB page and 1PH, the OKBet Manny Pacquiao's MPBL 4th season playoffs, presented by Extreme. It is now time to meet the starters for both teams, beginning with the Pampanga Giant Lanterns AMG3 Constructions. Starting at center, number 4, John Capulong. Power forward, number 10, Alex Ramos. Also at forward, number 6, Jason Apolonio. Starting at guard, number 11, MJ Garcia. And also at guard, number 2, Archie Concepcion. The head coach for Pampanga Giant Lanterns AMG3 Constructions is Honorable Governor Dennis Delta Pineda. Assistant coaches Pedic Dimatulak, Jordan Viray, Totoy Marquez, and Jonas Giao Jr. Team manager and team owner is A.G. Gonzalez. Assistant team managers are Ronald Nulud and Raymond Guevara. Team consultants are Eric Gascon and Alan Trinidad. For your Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Starting at forward, number 23, Jay Collado. At guard, number 51, Big Bang Toto Byron Villarias. Also at forward, number 29, Mike Wico. Starting at center, number 28, Michael Mabula. And starting at guard, number 7, Hesed Gabo. The head coach for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards is Gerson Cabiltes. Assistant coaches, Noy Catalan, Arnold Oliveros, Bong Pineda, Joseph Gion, and Harold Nang. Team managers and team owners
Welcome to
are
game
Raymond
number
Dizon,
1 of this semi-final series in the North Division between Nueva Ecija and Pampanga. MJ Garcia, Archie Concepcion, John Capulong, Alex Ramos, and Jason Apolonio will begin for the Giant Lanterns. And as for the Rice Vanguards, they have Hesed Gabo, Byron Villarias, Michael Mabula, Michael Wico, and Jay Collado. Thank you so much for joining us once more. Mix Gomez at your service alongside Javi Palanya and Sam Coloso. Nueva Ecija back in action after sweeping Marikina in the first round of these playoffs. Pampanga defeating Bataan in 3 games, fresh off of that home court victory just last Friday. Now, Javi, if you're Pampanga, what do you want to see at the start of this ball game?
Oh, you definitely want to see them get very aggressive, challenge the defense of Nueva Ecija, make them work, and force them into spots where they are forced to challenge long and then maybe attack the lane, forcing some fouls by the front line of the Rice Vanguards.
Great defense for Jay Collado and the rest of Nueva Ecija in the first possession. It was a shot clock violation. And now we're going to hear it from the Nueva Ecijanos. Very passionate, as it is the first season that Nueva Ecija has hosted games here in Palayan City. And a long journey it has been for the province of Nueva Ecija as well. They did not make the playoffs in the previous season of the MPBL. They are currently 23-0 in this season. The magic number is 30 to win the championship. Michael Wico, the drive. Ball will remain with Nueva Ecija.
Well, that's exactly what Michael Wico brings to the table, that aggressiveness. We mentioned that at the top of our coverage. Not really much of an outside shooter, but you can expect him to attack relentlessly in that shaded area. That's a great fake by Michael Mabulak. The inexperience of John Capulong being exposed there by Michael Mabulak, who is very, very used to these kinds of high-pressure situations.
John Capulong had to hug it out with Michael Mabulak as he was going down, just to make sure that there won't be a continuation for him. Is that what we call a playoff foul?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you cannot expect Michael Mabulak to get things easy here in this game, because I'm sure the instructions of the Pampanga coaching staff were to be able to stop guys like Michael Mabulak from getting easy shots inside the paint.
I hope our fans watching on TV and on the live stream heard the chants, the cheers here in the first quarter. Those are off of free throws.
And early on, Migs, there's already a double foul called.
Oh, double technical pa against Archie Concepcion and Michael Wico. Our marquee matchup for tonight.
Two Pampangueños gutting it out. Very unnecessary actually. I did not see kung ano yung ginawa ni Michael Wico, pero nakita ko Archie Concepcion bumped him. Slight extension of the forearm na nakita ng ating mga referee.
And Archie has to be really careful here. Pampanga really needs him. He is the all-star of the Rice Vanguards, or of the Giant Lanterns. As for Michael Wico, this is no knock to him, but they are a very deep team.
Yeah, we saw it against Bataan, Migs. You know, Archie struggled early on in that game, but he was able to drain the crucial shots to be able to secure that victory para sa kanila. That's just how important Archie is to this squad.
Miss mula kay MJ Garcia. Rebound tracked down by Michael Mabulak. Here's the all-star of Nueva Ecija. They swing it over. Wico working with Collado. A lot of time on the shot clock. Wico, layup, too strong. The other end we go. Archie down the middle. Concepcion couldn't convert. One guy ahead. One guy to beat as well. Wico, there's a foul. Oh, he just couldn't make it.
The past two sequences, Migs, you could see that both teams love to run. But the difference is Nueva Ecija, just the better team in terms of transition defense. And makita mo dyan, Pampanga only had two players back, and it was only MJ Garcia who was able to challenge Michael Wico, preventing that three-point play.
Wico converts on the first free throw. You hear the cheers once more. All of the points have come from the line so far for Nueva Ecija, and yet this is how loud the crowd is. Wico hearing his name being chanted by the crowd. 3-0 our early score. 1.5 minutes gone by. MJ Garcia playing point. He has been getting a lot of those starts over Topeng Nagrama. Garcia almost a turnover. That will stay with Pampanga.
Now this is a game, or rather a series, where Garcia will definitely be tested at that point guard spot, going up against true veterans in Hesid Gabo, Pamboy Raimundo, and Philip Manalang. We know that MJ Garcia very much used to playing the wing position for most of his career.
Oh, what a steal by Collado. He falls to the floor as he got that basketball. Hesid Gabo, a lot of contact inside. There's a foul against Alex Ramos. And that's 2 free throws already. Pampanga is in the penalty.
We're barely 2 minutes into this game, Migs. Alex Ramos is giving up a lot of heft down low. It's going to be a very tough challenge for him to be able to stop Mabulak, who is so much used to getting position down low. I've said this a lot. You know, he went up against Junior Pardo in practice at some point of his career when he was still playing for the San Miguel Beermen.
So used to all the physicality against the most talented big man in the Philippines, beyond any doubt. Mabulak, second free throw. Fans still enjoying these free throws in the first quarter. Still no field goals, all from the line. Ball tapped away. Man, this defense of Nueva Ecija just making it really hard for Pampanga.
And no signs of rust galing sa kanila, or at least in terms of the energy given here on the floor. They're really very much laser focused in this game.
Archie will bring it down against Michael Wico. Oh, that's an 8-second violation. It's not called by the referees. A steal though. Jay Collado running the floor. Good pass. Mabulak with the first field goal of the night.
But it seems that Nueva Ecija, they don't want to take any chances here in this game, and they are starting very well compared to what we usually see from them, kind of slacking off in the first half before turning it on in the third and fourth quarters.
Same thing happened. Remember, they trailed by 18 against these Pampanga Giant Lanterns here on their very own home court in the regular season. Gabo onto Wico. One-hander is good.
We're now seeing a very deadly Nueva Ecija squad on the floor. You already have them sweep the elimination round. And what's scary right now is they are putting their play to another level here in the playoffs. Right now, here in the semifinals, dominating Pampanga barely 3 minutes into the first quarter.
That's some exemplary defense from Jay Collado, and then the baskets coming in from Michael Mabulak and Michael Wico, all-star caliber players here in the MPBL for Nueva Ecija. First time out, 8-0 our score. We come back to you live from the Nueva Ecija Coliseum as you get to see the numbers for the Rice Vanguards and the Giant Lanterns.
Well, obviously, sheer domination in a lot of the stats here on your screens by the Rice Vanguards. That's why they're the #1 team in the league and still immaculate at 23-0. But for Pampanga, you can see that they're also a very good defensive team. But they win their games by a close margin. So that is a testament to their inexperience. These guys are a very young team. But it's amazing that they're able to cross on over here into the semis and face the top squad in the MPBL.
3 minutes gone by in game number 1. Pampanga still hasn't scored. Jammer Hamito coming off the bench and giving Pampanga their first basket of the ball game.
Jammer Hamito is very much a more able big man at that 5 spot to try and go up against the deep front line of Nueva Ecija. Has seen action in the PBA already. It has that experience to go up as Villarias knocks down his first three-pointer of the game. Can never leave him that wide open.
An easy fan favorite here in Palayan City is Byron Villarias, who has the most Best Player of the Game awards for the Rice Vanguards in this season. Apolonio will try to answer back. That goes in.
A scoring for Jason Apolonio in this game is very much needed. You cannot expect Archie Concepcion to carry the bulk of the offensive load. Everybody has to chip in.
Wico popping out, almost a steal. That's a turnover.
Good chase right there by Concepcion off the screen to try and tap that ball out and eventually force possession to Nueva Ecija. Here you see the gamble by Apolonio and the space by Byron Villarias. Here's that three-pointer by Apolonio para makabawi doon sa three-pointer ni Byron Villarias.
Pasok dito si Renz Palma for Nueva Ecija, the recent best player here in Palayan City. Turnover story, 2-4 in favor of the Rice Vanguards. Foul inside, that's against Byron.
That's a good ploy right there for Pampanga to try and set up Jason Apolonio there in the post. He has the obvious advantage against Byron Villarias in terms of height.
You can only imagine the motivation behind Jason Apolonio as well in this game. Remember, he got injured in the first quarter of that regular season matchup against Nueva Ecija. Only played 3 minutes. Wasn't able to come back. Warning on Archie. Foul obtained by Jason Apolonio.
That's why it was very impressive for Pampanga to go on and build an 18-point lead against Nueva Ecija without Jason Apolonio, one of their top scorers this season.
We talked about it all season long. Jason Apolonio was the main guy at the start of this this reign for Pampanga before the emergence of Archie Concepcion. Although Jason has battled with injuries the past couple of months. A shoulder injury, an ankle injury as well. Baseline inbound, 14 on the shot clock. Hamito, who played very well in that matchup against Nueva Ecija in the regular season. Almost a turnover. Hamito trying to protect it. Binuya joining that scramble. Macaloni and Hamito still not giving up that basketball. And a tech now will be given up. That's against Will Macaloni.
A lot of action here in the first quarter. Barely halfway into this. This was very much anticipated. These two teams, obviously, very passionate squads. Parehong ayaw magpatalo. And Pampanga having that added motivation, wanting to beat this Nueva Ecija team. Jammer Hamito chasing down that ball on the floor, and Raybon Binuya, the smallest man on the floor right now para sa Pampanga, joining in on the fracas.
No one giving it up. Those hands are still on the ball, especially those of Will Macaloni and Jammer Hamito. This is actually Hamito's third game against Nueva Ecija in the season. One with San Juan, the second one with Pampanga.
That's just playoff basketball for you right there.
Gabo getting Binuya out of it. And he also got some warnings from our bouncer. Well, they just had to make sure that everything will be okay. Things won't escalate. Jump ball tayo dito in favor of Nueva Ecija. But that tech will be given against Will Macaloni.
So there will be a technical free throw here para sa Pampanga.
So who will shoot it? Someone has to proceed to the line. They're asking Jason Apolonio to shoot that technical free throw. Macaloni is not aware that he's called for a tech. He's just reacting to it right now. He thought he got away with it. Apolonio at the line. He makes that bonus. And again, they also brought 2 buses and the coaster of Kapampangans to support them here in Palayan City. 11-6. 5.5 minutes in the first. Huiloan working with Mabulak. High-low. There's a foul before the shot.
It is gonna be a long day for Alex Ramos against the big men of Nueva Ecija. Earlier, it was Michael Mabulak. Right now, he has to guard Will Macaloni. Both equally dominant big men in that shaded area, especially when they get prime position in that painted area.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. I want to ask you this. Do you think Will Macaloni's lower body is strong enough to compete with other big men here in the MPBL?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Coach Louie pointed it out na baka mahina yung base niya. But I believe on the contrary, because Will Macaloni has that strength to be able to keep up with everyone else, the best of them here in the MPBL.
Great assist from Macaloni, giving it up to Michael Mabulak for 2 points.
I think it's just the movement of Will Macaloni that makes people think na mahina yung kanyang lower body.
Oh, behind the back, Renz Palma with some pure magic. Mabulak now taunting Raymond Binoya. He has to be careful here. The other end, Jammer Hamito. Lead is 10. Binoya could not score. Rebound Macaloni. Takbo sa kabila. Forward pass. Mabulak was not aware of it.
Is it Gabo throwing an ill-advised pass right there without Mabulak looking? They still hold a 10-point lead.
4.5 minutes in the first frame. Alex Ramos. He needs a teammate now. Bounce pass. Another steal. Macaloni on the run. Will Macaloni tried to feed it off. Good bounce by Renz Palma off of Raymond Binoya.
He took him the length of the floor. I was expecting him to go hard to the basket.
We bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet on the win behind the back. What a move from Renz Palma.
Wrap around right there and the finish with the inside hand. Showtime by Renz Palma.
And he's doing it on his home floor. He is one of the 5 homegrowns of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards in this season. Macaloni on the drive. Left side, he will go back to the line.
Drawing a foul against Jammer Hamito. One of the few big men here in the MPBL who could take it from the outside and attack the paint. Especially on that left side, his strong side.
Pasok dito si Dom Vera. Let's go back to Will Macaloni. We were talking about his lower body. I asked him about it earlier. And he mentioned that he is very much aware na manipis yung kanya mga legs. And it's because of his genes. Yung tatay niya, matangkad din, 6'7", pero manipis din talaga yung mga binti. His dad is a Canadian. Mom is from Cebu. He also has a brother who is also 6'5", but is a teacher in Canada. Sinasabi niya sa atin, as he is aware of his lower body issues, yun talaga wino-workout niya rin para tumibay nga ang kanyang positioning inside, battling with other big men in the MPBL.
It doesn't always follow that you have thin legs na mahina na ang lower body. That's right. Sometimes it's just really the genetics that play a part in that.
Another point, or set of points here from Jammer Hamito. Philip Manalang almost losing it. There's that pressure defense, the signature of Raymond Binoya. Macaloni pounding his way. That's a charge.
A good call right there by our officials. Kitang-kita naman nun that Macaloni used his forearm to try and make space for himself. That's a 4-shot right there. And because they are now in the penalty,
It's a charge.
It's a sideline inbound, yeah.
That's the second foul on Will Macaloni against Ernest Reyes, who was the best player in game number 3 against Bataan back in Pampanga. 3.5 minutes in the first. Garcia soaring high, couldn't convert. Rebound belonging to Nueva Ecija. They're up by 10 here. Macaloni on the trail, just walking down to the other end. Manalang asking Palma to cut. They go to Iloan. 10 on the shot clock. Jonathan against Dom Vera. Shaq Taganas. Oh, he has that shot. Just short. Could have brought the house down. 3 minutes in the opening quarter. Game number 1 in the North Division semifinals. Pampanga with possession. Jammer Hamito, who had 12 points in the regular season against Nueva Ecija. He's called for a traveling violation.
That was a violation waiting to happen right there para kay Jammer Hamito. Did not move the ball, instead tried to take it for himself, forced the issue. That's another turnover for Pampanga.
Hamito played 18 minutes in that matchup against Nueva Ecija in the regular season. Scored 12 points and grabbed 4 rebounds, 6 out of 13 from the field. He was the second leading scorer behind Archie Concepcion. There's another charge here against the Rice Vanguards.
Well, both teams committing a number of turnovers here in the first quarter. That's the 6th for Nueva Ecija. Pampanga has 8.
Points off turnovers, 9-0. Kalahati ng puntos ng home team. Nueva Ecija with Philip Manalang, Renz Palma, Jonathan Iloan, Bobby Balocan against Shaq Taganas. Another turnover here.
That is not a good pass. I don't know what MJ Garcia was thinking. You cannot do that against a vaunted defensive team like Nueva Ecija. even though he saw that Reyes could have had the advantage right there being in front of the basket with the defense playing on his backside, Nueva Ecija will definitely adjust and anticipate.
Philip Manalang. Kick out. Uiloan for three. In and out. Oh, there's the usual contribution from Bobby Balocanag in rebounding. Unfortunately, he traveled.
A lucky break right there for Pampanga. You see there that Ernest Reyes was left to be the only Pampanga player to challenge for that board. In Balocanag and Taganas battling for that rebound. Pampanga committing another easy turnover. Just being shackled right here by the defense of the Rice Vanguards.
These are consecutive turnovers from both teams. Philip Manalang. Dashing through. Manalang escaping and scoring.
Great patient move right there for Philip Manalang. Di siya nagmadali.
Oh, what a cross. Binuya. Feed. Another steal. 3-on-2. Balocanag on the run. Bobby B with a fake. Ooh, Don Vera goes down. And that's 2 free throws for Bobby.
Great footwork right there. Stopping his momentum. Able to get Don Vera up in the air with that fake.
Again, another turnover.
Uiloan, no look pass to Balocanag. That's just great control. Buti na lang Vera was able to break his fall. That could have been a very tough fall para sa kanya.
Topeng Agrama checking in for the first time. As we get to see Raymond Binuya and the rest of the Kapampangans watching today, we would like to greet Deputy Speaker Congressman Don Gonzales, Team Owner Manager A.G. Gonzales, City Councilor Benz Gonzales, Board Member Micah Gonzales as well. Jonathan Oilon from downtown.
Specialty of the house, galing kay Jonathan Oilon.
23-8. First bucket for the team captain of Nueva Ecija. Almost another turnover. It ends up with a foul. Balik tayo sa free throw line.
First bucket and first three-pointer overall for the Rice Vanguards. Galing dito kay Jonathan Oilon.
Take a look at it. You can't give him space. Much like Byron Villarias, he will make you pay. Beautiful spin as always for Jonathan Oilon. Hamito is now at the line. Tuloy lang natin ang ating pabati. Mayor Philip Nagit of Minalin, Pampanga, Vice Mayor Redin Gonzales of Mexico, Governor Dennis Delta Pinedo, their team coach, Vice Governor Lilian Nanay Pineda, and Board Member Mylene Pineda. Magandang gabi po sa inyo, and we hope that we are enjoying, or you are enjoying the action here in Nueva Ecija. There you see the Kapampangans present in Palayan City. Palma, they go to Taganas. Oh, good steal. Great anticipation by Don Vera.
That's something that he has really been good at, playing the passing lanes and intercepting ill-advised passes by the opposing team's offense. That's Don Vera.
Oilon can't get back-to-back threes. Ball tap. Balocanag. Oilon. Oh, that's short. Great effort by Tagana. Just couldn't control it.
That's better challenge on the boards by Pampanga. Right there, 3 players going for that rebound.
Lagrama. They go to Don Vera against Philip Manalang. 13 on the shot clock. Screen. Doesn't use it. Vera still has it. Baseline now. Great defense by Manalang. Lagrama. Misfires. Rebound Taganas. Forward pass. Palma. It's chased by Balocanag who scores.
Stagnant offense para sa Pampanga, resulting in Nueva Ecija stopping that attempt by the Lanterns. And meanwhile, Renz Palma, the presence of mind to tap it to his teammate Balocanag, who had an easy finish on the break.
The other end, good execution for Pampanga, but there was a foul. Take a look at it. Signature run for Nueva Ecija. Forward pass by the team captain, Jonathan Oilon. And it ends up with Bobby B.
The best fast-breaking team in the league.
Ernest Reyes making the first free throw. Had a double-double in game number 3 against Bataan.
He was the one responsible for the all-game excellence ng Pampanga Giant Lanterns and eventually ended up with Player of the Game honors.
Second one is good for Ernest. Go Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Great to see that sign here in Nueva Ecija. They're down by 11 though. Manalang almost tapped away. 15-second differential in the first. Against Lagrama. Philip still has it. Manalang, pass inside. Bobby B. Turn around. Too strong. Rebound Reyes. No more shot clock. Lagrama dashing through. Spin. He needs a teammate. There's Don Vera. They go to Garcia with 13 on the clock. MJ down to 8 seconds. Pull up. That's off to the left. Rebound. It's chased down by Reyes. Lagrama. Good beat. Sorry miss though for Hamito. And that will end the first quarter of play here inside the Nueva Ecija Coliseum.
Nueva Ecija's defense limiting the Giant Lanterns to only 36% from the field in that opening period. Their defense really extending that trademark pressure defense. Ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes producing a lot of opportunities on the break. Their big men running the floor. That's the special trait that Nueva Ecija has exhibited in this season, and they continue to do so dito sa ating division semifinals. Everybody chipping in their own fair share to build a huge advantage going into the second quarter.
The referees were also very busy in the first frame. We had 19 turnovers and 17 fouls. Combined numbers from both Nueva Ecija and Pampanga. There you see the best highlight in the first, courtesy of Renz Palma. Behind the back, beauty against Raymond Binuya and the rest of the Giant Lanterns. Our score, 25-14 after the first quarter in game number 1. Back inside the Nueva Ecija Coliseum all the way from Palayan City. But we do have 2 buses and a coaster of Kapampangans sent by their very own, led by, of course, Deputy Speaker Congressman Don Gonzales. Archie Concepcion had it in his Facebook status as well earlier today, calling out these Kapampangans to support them all the way here in Palayan City. They badly need that support because they're going up against these undefeated Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. And now we have a score of 25-14 after 1. There you see those signages, Don Vera. He has some specific fans up there as well. He will begin that second quarter, or this second quarter, with Lawrence Malyari. They also have Topeng Lagrama, Jammer Hamito, and Mitchell Mines. As for Nueva Ecija, it's Bamboy Raimundo. First appearance in this game alongside Philip Manalang, Shaq Taganas, Bobby Balocanag, and Renz Palma. Another turnover. That's number 12 for Pampanga. Counter turnover. Taganas tried to steal that ball and he forces a travel.
That's another traveling on Jammer Hamito. Too much aggressive against the defense of Nueva Ecija. He's been trying to force a lot of things here in this game. He should, calm down a bit and see the offense flow a little bit more.
A lot of contact inside. Again, it has been very busy for these referees. Another foul. We were already in the penalty for both Nueva Ecija and Pampanga even before the halfway mark of the first.
Calling these fouls prevents anything bad from happening in this game because you give players a certain kind of restraint in making unnecessary stuff on the court.
Turnover story, 13-9, 22 combined already. Bamboy Raimundo scoring, and he will proceed to the line.
No shortage of scorers right here for Nueva Ecija at every position, and Bamboy Raimundo is definitely one of them. We've seen so much of his scoring prowess from his days with San Sebastian and the NCAA all the way here to the MPBL.
Bamboy used to star in other teams here in this league. Lastly, from the Jensen Warriors, averaging 5 points in this season. 14 minutes of play per game para kay Bamboy for Nueva Ecija. another foul here as I turn you over to Sam Coloso.
Thanks, Mick. Sabi ni Coach Jonathan Viray ng Pampanga Giant Lanterns, it took the team 5 hours to get here in Nueva Ecija dahil bawal daw dumaan ang bus sa closest route. So they took a lot of detours. Pero sabi ni Coach, di daw nila gagamitin yon as an excuse for them to not perform well today. And they just want to see the glass half full that they got here on time. Sabi ni Coach, they had one common problem facing Nueva Ecija nung eliminations and facing Bataan during the playoffs is that they didn't get to close out the game. Today, they made sure that's not gonna happen because they're sticking to coach's system. At ang advice nga ni Coach ay wag ma-pressure. Trust yourself, the system, and the team. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sam. They will really need to trust that system. They do have Coach Delta Pineda at the sidelines for today, who they missed in their previous matchups. And as for these journeys to Nueva Ecija, as much as we mentioned that it is a struggle coming into this place, we do want to give a shout out to Nueva Ecija for still being able to host. No, we know that they were victims in the previous calamities ba, should we say, yung mga bagyo natin dito, and we saw the differences in the roads that they have. So still, we're glad to have the action here in Palayan City. 27-16 our score. Stephen Siruma at the corner, short. Rebound, Hamito. Lagrama looking ahead. Minute and a half gone by in the second. Topping against Philip Manalang. Screen mula kay Lawrence Valyari. They go inside. And another foul.
Much better setup right there by Pampanga, but I still expect more movement coming from them.
Free throws muli sa ating laro. We have a combined 21 fouls and 23 turnovers so far in this game. By the way, batiin din natin si Miss Toby and Coach Goy of MDC Sports. Pinapabati kayo ni Coach Joseph Gion. We would also like to greet the family of Philip Manalang, headed by, of course, his brother Paul Manalang, Raul Manalang, Evelyn Manalang, Edward de los Reyes, Laraine Sola, Mickey Concepcion, Freddy Laprea, ex-Mayor Buddy Dunca, and Vice Mayor Buddy Dunca from Bacolor, Pampanga. Pinapabati kayo ni Tito Raul Manalang. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. 27-18, Pamboy Raimundo. There's Philip. Sinuma, back to Pamboy. They also have Bobby B and Michael Mabula. Another steal. Great anticipation again from Dom Vera. One guy to beat, and he will proceed to the line.
Uncharacteristic for Pamboy to throw a pass like that. Easy pickings right there for Dom Vera. Second steal of the game.
Lead is cut down to 9. The largest was at 15 for Nueva Ecija. Do you think Pampanga is in good position at this point?
Oh, they're definitely lucky to be down by just this much of a margin, but they're still playing horribly, I believe, on the defensive end. As well as offensively, the defense of Nueva Ecija has been right there to keep them at bay. And missed free throws like this not helping their cause. First free throw missed by Pampanga in this game coming from Dom Vera.
7 out of 8. 88% from the line of the Giant Lanterns. Make that 2 misses, but there's going to be one more. Lane violation tayo against Nueva Ecija. Just 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. There's Coach Gerson Cabiltes, who we saw in Pampanga just last Friday, scouting that game of Pampanga versus Bataan.
I wonder when the time will come when we will see Coach Gerson smile when he is on the sidelines coaching.
The last time he saw that was the moment of John Arenas when he was scoring in double figures in game number 1 versus Marikina. But that was weeks ago. And it had to take John Arenas, the hometown favorite, to make him smile. 27-19, Pamboy. Is this a zone? Byron will fire. Too strong. Oh, he gets the bounce.
It's so hard to gamble playing a zone against a team like Nueva Ecija. who has shooters like Byron Villarias. When he sits down, pasok naman si Jonathan Uyloan. And even their guards can hit from the outside. Pamboy, Hesid Gabo. Philip Manalang also has that occasional three.
That's the second three of Byron Villarias in this game. 7 on the shot clock. Apolonio. Oh, he answers back just like what he did in the first quarter.
That's good defense, but just better O by Jason Apolonio.
Lead is 8. Pamboy working against that zone. Kick out. Villarias again. This time it's short. No more bounce. Minus with the board.
1-3-1 zone by Pampanga. Right there challenging Villarias.
Foul against Siruma on the swipe. Take a look at this three-point shot straight away for Byron Villarias. Same angle as what he did in the first quarter. And that's what we call the shooter's bounce. On the other end, Jason Apolonio answering back. Really, it was deja vu. What happened at the start of this game? Malyari, another foul.
Lawrence Malyari, late season addition for Pampanga, coming in from the Laguna Asia Heroes. And obviously, Pampanga preparing for this kind of moment, adding another player to their front court to try and challenge a team like Nueva Ecija, who have linebackers as big men.
That's a great way to put it. Malyari making the first. Second one is good. Oh, he was very excellent when he was playing for Laguna. One of the best shot blockers in the league as well. Itong si Lawrence Malyari. Lead cut down to 6. Pamboy at the corner. Double team. Vera not putting the pressure in. Ball will remain with the Rice Vanguards. Another foul against Pampanga this time. That was foul number 25 in this game. Timeout tayo dito. 13 to 24 hour score. This timeout is brought to you by Embassy Whiskey. Chill muna tayo. Chill nga muna tayo. Still have a lot of time here. 6 minutes and 42 remaining before halftime. Thank you so much for catching us live on the Facebook live stream ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Do follow us on our social media accounts, official MPBL on Instagram as well. Tweet us your thoughts or questions, hashtag or with the hashtag MPBL Playoffs 2022. There you see our commissioner, Kenneth Duremdes, head of security, Rudy Distrito, and head of marketing na si Seth Ramona, present at the sidelines. Pamboy is wide open. In and out though. Foul against Byron on the rebound. And that's free throws already for Pampanga.
Early penalty situation for Nueva Ecija in the first 2 quarters of this game. At aggressiveness on the defensive end really has the tendency to put your team in early penalty. Now this guy, Mitchell Maynes, is, I think, a crucial piece for Pampanga in this series. He only played a minute in that decider against Bataan in their last game. Did not play in the fight against Nueva Ecija during the regular season because of injury. So right now, his energy and his offense in the front line will be needed to try and counteract itong Nueva Ecija.
He was actually suspended in that game. Sila ni na Jay Collado. He was definitely missed by Pampanga. Good for you to point that out. Again, Isa yan sa mga bright stars of the Giant Lanterns at the start of this season. Silang dalawa. Nina Jason Apolonio, ang 1-2 punch of Pampanga before the emergence of Archie Concepcion. 30-25, our score. We're hearing it now from the Kapampangans because the lead is down to just 5 points. Wico will fire. That's a 3.
How can you defend an offense like Nueva Ecija when even Michael Wico is hitting from the outside?
6 points for Wico. Minus. Oh, that's a foul against Mabulak.
Creativity working well para kay Mitchell Minus. That's a tough cover going up against Michael Mabulak, but he was able to pivot his way for a foul. Here's a 3-pointer by Michael Wico. Dombera refusing to challenge, and Wico making him pay with that trifecta.
You have to love the celebrations as well from Michael Wico. By the way, big shout out to his wife, na si Anne, and their 4 children. Gave us some treats from Pampanga, from LA Bake Shop. Thank you, Mike. Remember, the last time that these two teams squared off, it happened in this very Coliseum on the evening of Michael Wico's 33rd birthday. And he was celebrating exactly at midnight in front of the Nueva Ecijanos. Free throw converted by Mitchell Minus. Lead is 7. Under 6 minutes in the second quarter. Wico, Collado. Back to Hesed. 12 on the shot clock. Cabo straight away. That's another 3.
The shooting has definitely come a long way. Ito si Hesed Cabo. That's because he puts in a lot of work on that.
What a move by Lagrama. Sorry, miss though for Malyari. Gabo giving it up. Oiloan wide open. Off to the right. Rebound Michael Wico. And he will go to the line. There was also a stare down from Mike Wico.
Well, they're just getting out hustled. Talking about Pampanga, Nueva Ecija just exhibiting more desire. Here's that breakaway by Topeng Lagrama, able to find Malyari, who was just unable to finish because Mabulak was right there all over that shot. And there Wico ending up with the offensive rebound, getting fouled in the process.
Wico averaging 5.2 rebounds per game. That is number 4 in the team. Behind Macaloni, Mabulak, and Taganas. Those are great numbers from Mike Wico.
That's no surprise to me because of the energy that he brings game in and game out. And that's why he's been a fixture in the starting lineup of Coach Jersey Cabiltes, which changes almost every game. But Wico always there to represent at that 3 spot.
8 points for Mike Wico. The lead is back up to 12. MJ Garcia back in the ball game. Pass to Archie. Baseline drive. Concepcion on the reverse.
Great pass by MJ Garcia, skipping it over to Archie Concepcion. And Concepcion exactly getting that dipsy-do to go.
First 2 points in this ball game for Archie Concepcion. Wico on the drive. Kick out. Oilon. That was too high.
There could have been another free attempt by Oilon at that left corner.
See this reverse layup by Archie Concepcion. Very, very athletic as the all-star of Pampanga. One more angle. What a beauty.
So good you had to see it twice.
Archie back at it against his kuya Michael Wico. 2 Kapampangans getting at it. Concepcion. Oh, that ends up with Ramos, but a block by Wico. Forward pass intercepted by Capulong. Numbers on the other end. Can Pampanga capitalize? Apolonio from downtown. Oh, there's one guy ahead. Mabulak is located. Napaganda pa. 2+1 for Michael Mabulak.
That's something Nueva Ecija loves to do. Whenever the opposing team gets a quick basket, the tendency of the defensive squad going to the other end is to relax and di nila mapapansin na meron ng Nueva Ecija player that is ahead of the pack, and the recognition by the guards of the Rice Vanguards to get it to the guy ahead is really impressive, a testament to their good chemistry.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Guards up to centers, running the floor for Nueva Ecija. That has been their signature brand of basketball all season long. Apolonio, that's a turnover. Let's go back to Sam Coloso.
Sharpness at intensity ang gustong makita ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes from the Rice Vanguards. October 22 ang last game ng team and they used all the time in between to practice. Sabi ni Coach during eliminations, the Giant Lanterns were up by 21 at some point. At sabi ni Coach, they can't afford that today. Chris Biton won't be playing because he's still recovering from an ankle sprain during practice. Paalala ni Coach to his players is he wants to see determination and endurance. Show the Nueva Ecija brand. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sam. 16 days of not playing, and yet here they are in tip-top shape. Jesse Gabo running down the floor as Collado was just shooting that basketball. All the chemistry in the world between those two, and now they force another turnover.
Not seeing any signs of slowing down itong Nueva Ecija. They just keep pushing, pushing, and pushing.
We have seen this for years already in the MPBL. Signature pick and pop, Hesed Gabo. The J. Collado bombs away for you, sir. Basilan pa lang, magkasama na yung dalawang yan. They take their talents to Nueva Ecija, still under Coach Gerson Cabiltes, and they look to win their 24th game in this season. 44-31 our score. We would like to remind you about our telecast schedule. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, 6:30 p.m. live on One Sports Plus, 9 p.m. live on 1PH, and then Saturdays, live po tayo on 1PH at 5:30 and 9 p.m. for your second game. We are also live, as always, in the Facebook live stream ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League and the YouTube channel as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Mix Gomez at your service alongside Javi Palanya and Sam Coloso. 3-point shooting natin. 6 out of 13 for Nueva Ecija. 3 out of 4 for Pampanga. Jericho Isidro chasing Michael Wico. Those are two Kapampangans. Isidro actually subbed in, smiling because he was very excited to defend Michael Wico, his kuya from Pampanga. Unfortunately, the veteran was able to outsmart him.
Funny situation right there para sa kanya.
And Wico danced to the crowd to the delight of these Nueva Ecijanos. And now he will proceed to the line.
Nadapa pa nga itong si Jericho Isidro as he was trying to chase Wico. And obviously the celebration right there coming from his Kapampangan kuya.
That was foul number 30 in this game. And we still have 3 minutes and 24 before halftime. A lot of turnovers as well, 26 combined. But this matchup, it was highly anticipated. We did expect it to be physical, to be close maybe, but we also were not surprised because Nueva Ecija has been strong all season long. They have a 15-point lead right now against the Kapampangans. The question is, can the Giant Lanterns pull off a comeback? Garcia on the drive, push from behind, another foul.
I'd definitely love to see more of this galing dito kay MJ Garcia. He will not be utilized if he only settles or for jump shots or doesn't attack the paint. He has to use that athleticism and that length to draw fouls and troop to the free throw line, just like what he did here.
Batiin natin ang ating graphics designer na si Ralph Joseph. Gandang gabi sa inyo, sir. Kabati ka ni Sir Melvin Santiago. Batiin din natin ang happy birthday si Jomer Enriquez. Pinapabati ka ni Allen Manalang na Kanlale. Magandang gabi sa inyo. We hope that you are enjoying your action. Game number 1 of your North Division semifinals. Gabo to Iloan. They go to Collado. 14 on the shot clock. Got a space here. Back to Jay. Collado for 3. Too strong. Rebound, Capulong. 14-point deficit for Pampanga. Under 3 minutes in the second. Archie against Wico. Concepcion double team. Archie asking for it back. Ramos was not aware where Archie was. Garcia. Sorry, miss. Inside, Capulong. That's deflected, but it is a foul against Uylon.
A good effort right there by Capulong to crash the offensive glass and get another opportunity para sa Pampanga. That's what's been lacking from them because Nueva Ecija has out-hustled them to almost every rebound in this game.
2 more free throws here. We have a combined 33 free throws in this game so far. Pampanga shooting it at an 80% clip, 66% naman para sa Nueva Ecija.
But Pampanga cannot complain that they have not been getting the calls because they have. It's just that free throws right here, 12 out of 15 para sa kanila.
Capulong back at it. Second free throw is good. Lawrence Capulong averaging 5 points per game in this season and 5 rebounds as well. An occasional starter for Pampanga. Wico, good fake. Drive to the left. No foul. Battle for the loose ball. That's in favor of Nueva Ecija.
Oh, that's poor defense actually by Jericho Isidro going for the up pick against Michael Wico. Not really known for a shooter, but he was able to recover and block that shot.
Jay Collado wide open. Too strong again. Pampanga gets it. Garcia, oh, another turnover. Mabulak with a spin. Sorry, miss. Rebound, Capulong. Garcia has to be very careful here. Alex Ramos naman. Bumped by Collado. Garcia on the recovery.
Di man lamang gumalaw si Jay Collado dun sa bangga ni Alex Ramos, but buta na lang Garcia able to cut and hit the basket.
46-36. 1 minute and 35. Gabo. Drive left against Archie. He needs a teammate. Bounce pass. Mabulak. Short stab. Wala pa rin. Isidro with a recovery. Lead is 10. Garcia. Screen. MJ to Archie against Wico. 12 on the shot clock. Concepcion dancing with it. Drive, foul, free throws.
I love that Concepcion is not settling for the outside shot and going hard to the basket. They need these Nueva Ecija big men to be in foul trouble para naman na mabawasan yung resistance inside that shaded area.
Couple of substitutions here. Bill Macaloni and Renz Palma checking back in. Nueva Ecija looking to stay undefeated. They were 21-0 to finish the regular season. They swept Marikina 2-0 in the quarterfinals. That brings them to 23 wins. Their mantra starting the playoffs was 21-0 doesn't mean a thing if you do not win that ring. And the magic number is 30 because you need 9 wins in the playoffs to get that coveted championship. Archie Concepcion making the free throw. Lead is 8. 4 points for Archie. Minute change remaining in the second. Palma. Gabo. Screen by Mabula. Hesed to Renz Palma. Corner. That's good.
He's been practicing that corner shot a lot during warm-ups and showing there that it has worked.
Capulong answering back. The effort has been there from Pampanga. Unfortunately, Nueva Ecija is making their threes. Gabo. On the horns play. Mabulak. They go to the corner. Philip Manalang's turn. No good. Tap. It ends up with Archie. One guy ahead. Another foul here. Referee will review it though. Could this be an unsportsmanlike foul?
Could be stopping the play, not making play for the basketball. That's one new rule that has been added to the FIBA playbook.
49-40 in game number 1 between Nueva Ecija and Pampanga. A lot of physicality in this game, resulting to a lot of fouls. We have 33 combined, 14 for Pampanga, 19 for Nueva Ecija. And we also have a combined 27 turnovers, 15 coming from the Giant Lanterns. Take a look at it. Abangan natin. On the upper left of the screen, Philip Manalang holding on to the shorts of Jericho Isidro, and it is ruled as an unspo against Philip Manalang.
Well, let me just say this. Our referee is definitely very sharp in this game.
Credit that to referee John Albelnas. Isidro will proceed to the line. Isidro doesn't see much action for Pampanga. Only averages 6 minutes of play. Oh, guess what? He also hasn't missed from the free throw line all season long. And he continues to stay perfect, much like Joseph Marquez of San Juan.
We're seeing added time on the floor here, playing defense earlier against Michael Wico.
Lead is cut down to 7. Paparamdam na naman ng Pampanga. 25 seconds to go. 10-second differential. Archie on the drive. Athletic move, no conversion. Not a contact on that one. No whistle blown. Gabo, 8 seconds. MJ chasing Hesed. Baseline. Oh! What a move by Hesed Gabo. 1 second to go. MJ Garcia fires and misses. Hesed Gabo ending the first half in such a beautiful manner.
For a time, it seemed that he was having trouble and out of control with that basketball, but he was able to keep it in his hands. Look at that. Garcia keeping in step with him, but that slight hesitation and the great crossover evaded Garcia, and the help did not do much in stopping the 2 points by Hesed Gabo to finish this quarter for Nueva Ecija.
It looked risky for Hesed driving baseline. The pressure was there, but the veteran able to make the most out of that move. Dazzling for the crowd and increasing the lead to 9 points here in the first half. Again, we saw a lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls, but we do end it with a high score, 51-42.
That's right, a very highly charged, highly emotional game dito sa ating unang laro in this series between Pampanga and Nueva Ecija. A lot of things that we expected here.
Our score, 51-42 at halftime in game number 1.
Back at our main game for today dito sa Nueva Ecija Coliseum between the Pampanga Giant Lanterns and the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Kasama ko nga ang Mayor ng Manalin, Pampanga, Mayor Philip S. Nagit. Mayor, maraming salamat po for gracing us with your presence tonight. So far, the team is behind by 9 points. Anong words of motivation you put to your team?
Unang-una, I would like to greet the Kapampangan basketball fans for coming all the way here to Palayan City. And of course, we have our very hardworking governor, no? I mean, yung mga words of inspiration niya and of course, and saka yung leadership niya. We promise we will bounce back and we will give them a good game.
Mayor, nagdala nga tayo ng 2 coaster at ng 2 bus coming here today, but they were stuck in traffic for 5 hours and yet mataas pa din ang energy nila.
Yes, of course, because we would like to give our full support sa Pampanga team, no? So, with our good governor then, we came from South Korea to airport and then dumiretso kami dito to Palayan City.
Mayor, ano pong message nyo to all the Kapampangans watching tonight?
Alam niyo naman yung Kapampangan spirit, no? We will always support our team and then, as I said a while ago, through the motivation and inspiration of our good governor, we will bounce back at magtulong-tulong kami para makabalik sa game na to.
Maraming salamat po once again, Mayor. That was Mayor Philip S. Nagit, Mayor of Manalin, Pampanga. Ngayon, speaking of fans, pakinggan na natin ang kanilang mga shoutouts.
Okay, thank you.
Sabi ni Brenda Ocampo, Go Pampanga, kaya niyo yan. Alisin ang kaba at ilabas ang galing. Sabi ni Dalay, Good luck all idols of Nerve. May God protect and guide us all. Sabi ni Emil Galapate, huwag sayangin ang serye. Road to Finals, Pampanga. Sabi ni Imelda Banda, Centino, good luck Nueva Ecija, galingan niyo po. God bless, watching from Kuwait. At sabi naman ni Jordan Durant, hirap makasabay Pampanga, dinaan sa experience ng Nueva Ecija. Higil yung laro ng mga Giant Lanterns. Once again, we thank all the friends and family for all the shout-outs. We want to hear from you more. Please do follow us on our official Facebook page, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, and on Instagram, the official MPBL, and use the hashtag MPBL Playoffs 2022. Back to you, Mix and Happy.
Thank you, Sam. Halftime between Nueva Ecija and Pampanga. Game number 1 of their North Division semifinals series. The Rice Vanguards are currently up by 9 points. Their biggest lead was 15. A complete reversal of the regular season matchup wherein Pampanga led by as much as 16 points, make that 18 points before that 24-point turnaround by the home squad that ended with a 6-point win on the evening of the birthday of Michael Vico. In this game, Javi, we saw a lot of fouls. We've seen a lot of turnovers as well. If we can go back to the fouls, the free throw shooting, it has been a lot. 19 out of 23 for Pampanga, 12 out of 18 for Nueva Ecija. Those are already their averages in the season in terms of makes and attempts.
Yeah, and Nueva Ecija just really dominated in this game. Sabi mo kanina, a different situation when they faced each other for the first time during the regular season. And Nueva Ecija not just doing it on the defensive end, also offensively. They're running the floor. That has been their trademark all season long. Their defense pressuring up to the backcourt and making shots. There are at least 5 players with 5 points at least para dito sa Rice Vanguards. And Pampanga has had their chances at the basket, but it has really been a game of Nueva Ecija right now. And let's see if the Giant Lanterns are able to turn things around in the second half, which is very much the territory of Nueva Ecija.
This is still a very high-scoring ball game. Nueva Ecija scoring 25 in the first, 26 in the second. Pampanga scoring 14 in the first and 28 in the second quarter. So pumapalag lamang ang Giant Lanterns dito, which includes their fans, as they do have 2 buses and a coaster present from Pampanga. There you see the numbers.
Well, the high-scoring game that we have here is because of the high clip of these 2 teams. Nueva Ecija with an impeccable 50% and Pampanga shooting 40%. But the difference maker for Nueva Ecija, aside from their defense, has been their outside shooting. 7 makes already out of 17, while Pampanga only 3 out of 5 from three-point country. And although Nueva Ecija has committed 12 turnovers, they forced Pampanga into 15, converting them into 21 turnover points. Also, +5 in the fast break department, as I said, has been their trademark all season long.
Signature once again para sa Nueva Ecija, especially on their home court, to the delight of the crowd. The fans already know about it, that they're cheering even before the baskets have been made. Michael Mabulak and Michael Wico leading the way for Nueva Ecija with 10 each. Byron Villarreal with 6, Hesed Gabo with 5. Apolonio has a couple of threes to his name, 10 points for Jason. Jammer Hamito with 6, Lawrence Malyari with 4, Mitchell Mines with 4. It's notable that Archie Concepcion is not a part of that list. Is he the guy that you would like to see explode for Pampanga in the second half, or is there another guy?
Oh yeah, definitely, because we talked about it at the top of our coverage that Archie Concepcion's production, being the top scorer for Pampanga, is definitely needed for them to hack out the victory. But I said earlier also that Mitchell Mines could also have to contribute in the scoring department para sa Pampanga.
Byron Villarreal missing the first attempt in the third quarter. Hesed Gabo shouting okay lang because it was a good play for Byron. Wide open at the top of the key. Joining them are Renz Palma, Shaq Taganas, and Will Macaloni. Archie Concepcion aggressive at the start. Jammer Hamito could not get it through with a putback. They're being joined by Lawrence Malyari, Toping Lagrama, and Dom Vera. Score is 51-42. Macaloni with a drive. Another foul to start third quarter in the third possession.
Full steam ahead like a freight train. Will Macaloni going all the way to the basket and absorbing the contact, getting a foul against Pampanga.
Will Macaloni proceeding to the line. May pinapabati si Coach Arnold Oliveros, no? Happy birthday to Mamang Lin. And happy watching to his family, Mommy Mitch, Alisa, Arkin, Misha, Andre, Ashley, and Auntie Selly. Good evening po sa inyo. Batiin din natin si Architect Sonson Rodriguez and Jan Nakanlale from Paul Manalang. Gandang gabi po sa inyo. Balik tayo sa ating aksyon. Free throw converted. 10-point lead for Nueva Ecija. You're stopping the Grama. Calling out to play. Came off the bench in this match. Giving way to MJ Garcia once more. Dom Vera, top of the key. Too strong. Rebound Gabo.
Once again, not much man movement and ball movement para sa Pampanga on that offensive set.
Oh, good bounce. Hesed Gabo to Will Macaloni.
While Nueva Ecija has been very fluid in their offensive plays.
Oh, Toping Lagrama answering back quickly on the other end. Forward pass. Renz Palma. Great catch. And he scores.
Second time we've seen that play, but this time it's Renz Palma ahead of the pack and getting that pitch forward, finishing the 2 points.
57-45. Dom Vera. They go back to Toping. Thought about it. Jab. And the pass. Dom Vera's turn. No good. Rebound. Almost a steal by Lagrama. It ends up with Taganas. Gabo on the run. Hesed stops. Hezi and the pass. Macaloni against Hamito. He needs a teammate. They go to Byron. Trailer is Renz Palma. 10 on the shot clock. Two-man game. Gabo, Palma, Villarreal at the corner. That time, he does not get the bounce. Lagrama looking ahead. They go to Vera. On to Archie. His turn to fire. Off to the left. Rebound. Battle between Hamito and Taganas. Jump ball in favor of Pampanga.
That was a good setup for both teams. Getting an outside shot, an open look from three-point country. Nueva Ecija getting one from Villarreal, while Pampanga getting one from Archie Concepcion. And here the battle that forced the jump ball situation. Possession staying with the Giant Lanterns.
Baseline. Lagrama against Gabo. One-hander. No good. Tapped away in favor of Nueva Ecija.
I'd very much like to see Lagrama use his prowess with his ball handling to try and set up his teammates more rather than forcing shots up.
Miss Malaki Gabo. He gets it back off the tap from Villarreal. Byron will fire. Short. Oh, Taganas gets it. And there's a foul as well.
Villarreal is 0 out of 3 to begin the second half. But Shaq Taganas made himself available for the offensive rebound. No box out by Lawrence Balyari. Hinayaan niya lang si Shaq Taganas doon. And it ended up as an N1 opportunity para kay Taganas.
Taganas averaging 5.3 rebounds in 13 minutes of play per game in the season. That's how good he is here in the MPBL in terms of rebounding. He does hold the record of 26 rebounds in one game when he was playing for Bulacan. It was almost tied by Ronnie Matias of Manila in the season. Capulong, mid-range is good.
There you go. That's what I've been saying. Lagrama setting up his teammates while leaving his defender.
Gabo, onto Macaloni. Steal, Archie, numbers. Can Pampanga convert the chase by Palma? Good feed to Archie.
Unselfish play right there by Concepcion. And Vera getting the 2 points.
6 points in total for Dom Vera. Lead is 11. Hesed Gabo. Taganas. Wide open. Straight away. Bombs away.
Nueva Ecija is just capitalizing on the little errors that Pampanga has been committing here in the third quarter. Earlier, no box out rather by Lawrence Balyari, and then the failure to cover the shot of JR Taganas.
Referee signaling Pampanga possession. Macaloni and Villarreal were surprised on that one. This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Well, you definitely cannot leave Shaq Taganas that wide open.
Especially from the top of the circle.
That's his favorite spot. Dom Vera. They go to Lagrama. He has to fire. Oh, Topic puts it in.
Kailangan mayroon talaga siyang kahit isang highlight play kada laro, no?
That's the second three in this quarter alone. No foul. Turnover. Pampanga down by 11. Vera losing space. Able to save it though. Lagrama on the chase. And he backs it in for 2.
They didn't give up on the play. Though good effort by Dom Vera and the extra pass by Hamito, giving it up to Lagrama, who looks gassed right now.
Someone had to chase Palma. Archie, one guy to beat. Taganas turning around to try to stop him. Archie cannot convert. Oh, good counter steal. Archie inside. Capulong for 2.
Good patience exhibited by Pampanga in the past couple of offensive plays. Getting it on the break, and Nueva Ecija failing to get back.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. The momentum was already with Pampanga, and then you get that three-pointer from Bataan Risers.
Shooters will continue to shoot despite missing three-point shots already here in the third frame. Bataan Risers not hesitating to hoist it up.
66-56. Jammer Hamito for 2.
A much more controlled move by Hamito at that post. In the first half, we saw a lot of out-of-control post-action galing kay Jammer Hamito.
Bounce pass. Byron gets it back, and he will fire. Same angle, same result.
He's a very streaky shooter. Pwede magtuloy-tuloy ang kanya mga minutes, but once it goes down the first time, that can really go on and on.
Just like that, Byron now has 12 points in this game. Ball out of bounds in favor of Pampanga.
Always making good contention for player of the game honors. Ito si Byron Villarreal.
He lights it up so quickly, no? That's the right way to put it. A streaky shooter, very deadly as always, is Bataan Risers.
The first three-pointer was an open attempt, but that one, there was defense, hand up right there by Pampanga. But once he gets the stroke going, hard to stop.
69-58. Archie. Screen mula kay Capulong. Concepcion, 4 on the shot clock. John Capulong inside. Oh, sorry, miss. One more try, wala pa rin. And it's finally obtained by Nueva Ecija. And that's a foul by Lagrama. Tough hit right there on Philip Manalang, who got hit on his tummy. Lagrama, as you mentioned, he already looked gassed, but it has been a good quarter so far for Topeng. He will now take a breather in favor of MJ Garcia.
That's a pretty deliberate hit right there. Looked to be no play on the basketball. So there is definitely reason to call or at least review for an unsportsmanlike foul.
Referees are now reviewing it. We have Rodel Brilla doing the honors. He will now proceed to Miguel Pere. It is an unspo. Topeng Lagrama matatawagan. Lagrama looks to be hurt as well.
I think he just wanted to commit that foul to have that substitution and get him out of the game.
Pasok si MJ Garcia, as we mentioned. Jason Apollonia coming in for Archie Concepcion as well. 69-58. Philip Manalang at the line for two. First one is a miss for Mr. 2 million here in the MPBL. That team was Basilan, right?
That's right.
The first championship won by Coach Gerson Cabildes here in the MPBL, courtesy of that guy. At the buzzer for three, Philip Manalang. 2 million pesos ang kanilang napanalunan. Unfortunately, it is misses from the free throw line for Philip.
That was his only 3 points of that game. That proved to be the most important.
Sideline, Michael Vico working with Manalang, Jay Collado, Michael Mabulak, and Byron Villarias. You have to be careful of Byron, who's catching fire in this quarter. There's the cut. Byron, wala pa rin. Apolonio tracks it down. And Pampanga continue with what Topeng Lagrama started in this quarter. Dom Vera, no good. Good contest by Michael Vico. Vera arguing for a foul. Forward pass, Vico, good feed to Mabulak.
Pampanga is relaxing. I don't understand why. That's the nth time that Nueva Ecija was able to beat them down the floor.
Another risky pass, MJ Garcia to Jammer Hamito. No connection right there.
And even though there were Giant Lanterns in place to try and stop that attack, they did not mark the cutting Michael Mabulak on the secondary break. A good pass by Michael Vico to make that happen as well.
Balik tayo sa Nueva Ecija, up by 13. 3 minutes and 15 in the third frame. Michael Vico. Screen mula kay Mabulak. Going left. Kick out. Uiloan, another deadly shooter. This time it's too strong. Great effort by Vico, but it ends up with Pampanga. Vico slipping at the baseline. Another sorry pass.
Oh, that pass a little too forward to catch for Jammer Hamito. He had Jason Apolonio free on that right corner. He was asking for that ball. Apolonio already hit a couple of three-point shots in this game.
MJ Garcia has been off with his passes in tonight's outing. Very uncharacteristic, but he's pumping himself up. Binuya inside the game once more for Don Vera. Vico, he hit a three in the first half. This time, does not go through. Apolonio taking matters onto his own hands. Can he create here? Jason will fire. Too strong. Rebound belonging to Pampanga. MJ at the baseline. 9 on the shot clock. Garcia, turn around. Wala. Hamito, one more chance. Kapulong, great patience. And he will also proceed to the line.
Second time Hamito was able to set up a teammate on the other side of the basket for a point-blank shot. Let's look at that play right here. Offensive rebound by Hamito. And Kapulong exerting enough patience right there. Getting the foul in the basket.
Balikan natin si Sam Coloso.
Thanks, Mig. Sabi ni Coach Jonathan, dito sa second half, the Giant Lanterns have to limit their errors and try to play more physical. Kailangan daw nila tapatan ang level of physicality that Nueva Ecija is showing because they were out-hustled by them in the first half. Pero sabi ni Coach, they need a comeback dito sa second. They dropped the lead of Nueva Ecija to a single digit earlier and they have to sustain that. Break Nueva Ecija's momentum, sabi ni Coach. Back to you guys.
They have been doing it for spurts here. Just couldn't follow through tuwing nakakalapit na. And again, it doesn't help that the Rice Vanguards are making the three-pointers. Uh-oh. Oilon almost crashed onto us. Ball will remain with Pampanga.
Scary moment for us.
Oh yes, I have to admit as well. Oh, I was about to run and leave you here, Javi.
I was a tad bit late in reacting to that movement, and I could have been here when the crash happened. Not really good for my legs.
71-60, Binuya on the drive. Little push, they go to Kapulong. He loves that shot of his at the baseline.
Kapulong already now with 12 points, leading Pampanga. And when Kapulong is the one leading your scoring, that's somewhat of a problem for you.
Behind him are Jason Apolonio and Jammer Hamito with 10 and 8 respectively. Lead cut down to 9 here. Very manageable for Pampanga. Collado, 4 on the shot clock. Kick out. There's another three-point attempt. This time a miss. Forward pass. Apolonio. Can he capitalize? 1-on-2. Jason is fouled. Yes, sir. Basket and 1. The lead is cut down to 7.
Outnumbered was Pampanga on that transition play. But Apolonio forced the issue, went by 2 defenders, Oiloan and Manalang, able to take the hit and finish with the offhand. 2+1 special coming up.
What if this could be that comeback game for Jason Apolonio to re-emerge as the star of Pampanga?
Oh boy, what a time to come if that will really happen today. And he still has a lot of time to prove to us that he's still here and he's still a force to be reckoned with for Pampanga.
That could be very dangerous with Apolonio re-emerging. Archie Concepcion already in top shape. Even Topeng Lagrama is playing very well again. And MJ Garcia is also emerging for Pampanga. Lead cut down to 6. Manalang. Collado straight away off to the left. Good chance for Pampanga. Pass to Garcia. Couldn't handle it, but Kapulong was there on the recovery. Golden opportunity for Pampanga. They go to Binuya. Raymond on the drive. Able to escape. What a layup. Players go down. Binuya having a word with Michael Wico. Those two are former teammates here in the MPBL. Michael Mabulak is fouled.
Very unnecessary right there by Raymond Binuya. And being the team captain of Pampanga, he should be the one most under control. Not really much that Michael Wico did after that basket. Just went over him. And I'm sure no intention to hurt. And it prevented Pampanga from being complete, going down on defense. Mabulak now at the line for 2 shots.
Lead back up to 5. The biggest was 15 in this ball game. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand na Pilipinas. Mabulak converts. Double figures as well for Michael Mabulak. 13 big ones for him.
One of the best free throw shooting big men here in the league.
17 seconds. Pampanga down by 6. Garcia, that's a foul against Manalang. Too aggressive from Philip. Then again, they do have one last foul to give.
That's right.
So it was actually planned all along by Philip Manalang. Mike Wico hearing some boos from his fellow Kapampangans in Nueva Ecija.
Funny that he should be the one emerging as the villain here.
Right. 10 seconds here. Pampanga with MJ Garcia. Apolonio asking for it. Wasn't given to him. 3 seconds. Ramos has to fire. Foul inside. Ramos puts it in. Will that count? The foul was away from the ball. The referees will talk about it. You think that should count?
We have to see the replay. I'm not sure if the whistle was blown before or after that shot made by Alex Ramos. Let's see here.
The contact was between Apolonio and Steven Siruma. That's why the referees will be reviewing it right now.
That's pretty tough. Shot went in as soon as our official blew the whistle.
But you know, that could mean really big for Pampanga. They're only down by 6 here.
And they could enter itong final quarter natin just down by 3 because that could mean a free throw for them.
Referee John Albelnas and Rodel Brilla talking to each other. They're going to count the basket. And a pushing foul against Steven Siruma.
Oh, so it's just going to be a baseline inbound because the ball, foul happened away from the play. So a chance here for Pampanga to cut it down to 2.
Maybe even 1 with a 3. 1.8 seconds, baseline inbound. Garcia will work with Apolonio, Ramos, Capulong, and Binuya. Steven Siruma and Jason Apolonio not giving enough space to each other. There you see Steven Siruma denying again. Apolonio will set himself free. Jump shot, no good. And that will end the first 3 quarters of game number 1 in the North Division semifinals. Binuya still keeping at it. He has to be really careful. Again, you pointed out, that's right, he is the team captain for Pampanga. And now, we're hearing it from both crowds, Pampanga and Nueva Ecija. These are 2 very passionate crowds, remember that. Now, you put them in one Coliseum.
What a very scary situation, but you know, that's why you love basketball. And that's why you love the Kapampangans and the Nueva Ecijanos. Really very passionate about their 2 teams. Right now, more competitive ball game on our hands coming into the 4th.
Our score, 73-69. There you see some highlights. Toping Nagrama started off this quarter very well. We mentioned he was gassed in the 4-minute mark. Had to kind of force himself to be subbed out. Great effort from him. Just unfortunate because Byron Villarias caught fire, hitting some threes for the Nueva Ecijanos. Good thing for Pampanga, they had Jason Apolonio return for them. And now Apolonio scoring once more. He is the new leading scorer for Pampanga. 73-69 as we mentioned. We'll be back for your 4th and final frame. Mula sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao at sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo, maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. There's a tech here against Michael Mabulak, which will reward a free throw to Jason Apolonio to start the 4th quarter. Apolonio is the leading scorer for Pampanga now with 13 big ones. He converts. Jason starting the 4th with Alex Ramos, John Capulong, Raymond Binuya, and MJ Garcia. See where the tech happened. There's a reason why Binuya had to react to something. There you go. Was that a thought?
It looked like it. And I think Binuya was just trying to bait him into doing that. Nakita mo naman, lumapit lang siya ng konti.
We begin the 4th quarter now. 73-70. Manalang working with Mabulak, Wico, Macaloni, and Gabo. Quarter scoring natin.
Pampanga using a great 3rd quarter once again. But although they scored 27, it's still a lead by Nueva Ecija. But this could be the start of great things for the Giant Lanterns. But this crowd is just so loud right now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Some more contacts here.
And they're complaining, the coaching staff of Nueva Ecija, that there was an elbow by Raymond Binuya.
We actually
or
caught
an
that on camera.
extension of the forearm.
Binuya giving us a smile. Now he's talking to Michael Wico, his former teammate in Pampanga. This is setting up to be, should we say, an exciting game once more, with Nueva Ecija only up by 5 points in their home court against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. We haven't seen action from the Nueva Ecija side in 16 days since their win versus Marikina in the quarterfinals. Pampanga, nakita natin sila maglaro last Friday in that Game 3 victory versus Bataan on their home floor.
Now, this game is not yet finished, but I'm already very excited in anticipation for Game 2.
Oh yes, that will happen, of course, this Friday in the Inare Sports Center, Pasig City. Miss mula kay Gabo, rebound, Macaloni. Another miss, this time from Wico. Another chance. Byron. Back to Michael Wico. 8 on the shot clock. Macaloni against Capulong. Pounding his way through. What a block by Capulong. And he gives a taunt as well. Binuya. Layup on the fast break. The lead has cut down to 3.
Well, because of everything that's been happening in this game, there's the added fire in Raymond Binuya's eyes. They're making a great play in transition. There's a foul called against Capulong. Macaloni once again forcing it to the left.
Great recovery by John Capulong. There you see the celebration from him. And then Raymond Binuya. Great for you to mention that fire in his eyes. He gets the layup now. Macaloni is at the line. This guy, one of the best free throw shooting big men as well in the league.
And that's why Nueva Ecija is so good, because their big men go to the line a lot, but they convert most of their attempts from the charity stripe.
78% foul shooter is Will Macaloni. Lead is 5. MJ kick out. Apolonio. Too strong. 2 Giant Lanterns on the board. It ends up with Nueva Ecija. Gabo on the run. 3 on 2. Hesed Gabo. A miss, but there's a foul.
Great read on transition by Hesed Gabo. Saw that his other 2 teammates were covered by the defense. A nobody who's protecting the left side of the basketball used his speed to get ahead of Raymond Binuya, who was coming from the far side of the court.
Boy, this house is about to go down.
I tell you, one highlight play will definitely bring this house down.
We've covered a lot of games here in Nueva Ecija. Do you think this is the tightest one so far?
Yeah, I believe so. In the fourth quarter, usually in the final frame, Nueva Ecija starts pulling away. I think the last game that was so tight was that San Juan game in the regular season.
That was way back.
Yeah, where Nueva Ecija had to make use of clutch plays from Hesed Gabo and Michael Mabulak to secure the victory.
That was their second home court defense in this season. The cross by Pampanga. Garcia onto Binuya. Raymond staying aggressive. Couldn't get that to go. Wico tracks it down. 77-72. Gabo. A lot of contact inside. This time a charge against Michael Mabulak.
Gallant stand right there by Alex Ramos. I'm sure he breathed a sigh of relief right there.
Jack Taganas will come in alongside the All-Star Archie Concepcion. Take a look at what happened. A lot of physicality.
Good call by our referees once again. Gotta appreciate the sharpness that they're having in this game.
Jammer Hamito will check back in as well. He will be matched up against Jack Taganas. Archie Concepcion is matched up against Michael Wico, our marquee matchup for tonight. Archie, he will fire off to the left. It ends up with Apolonio, who still couldn't score. Napaganda ba? It's 2+1 for Jammer Hamito.
Oh, you know, despite Nueva Ecija shooting slightly better from the field here in the second half, you have to appreciate the activity on the boards by Pampanga. There were times during the game that we mentioned na nagre-relax itong Giant Lanterns, and that's why Nueva Ecija was able to out-hustle them. But right now, they're slowly matching that intensity level, especially on the glass.
Lead is cut down to 2 points. The biggest was 15 for Nueva Ecija. Pampanga hasn't led in this ball game. Again, we welcome you back to game number 1 of the North Division semifinals between Nueva Ecija and Pampanga. Hesed Gabo being guarded by Raymond Binuya. 7 on the shot clock. Hesed, screen by Taganas. 3 seconds. Gabo, no good. Taganas, wala pa rin. Oh, third try works for Shaq Taganas.
Of all the people that you don't box out, it has to be Shaq Taganas, really? That's the second time that he was able to get the offensive rebound. Although there were 3 players right there from Pampanga, Taganas didn't really have much resistance in going for that board.
Now Binuya will be taken out. Topping Lagrama will return. Binuya was just over-aggressive in the past couple of plays. And remember, Lagrama was the one responsible for sparking things up for Pampanga in the second half. Pamboy Raimundo will also return alongside Renz Palma. Joining them are Byron Villarreas, Will Macaloni, and Shaq Taganas. Ang kasama ni Topeng Lagrama ay sina Archie Concepcion, Jason Apolonio, Alex Ramos, and Jammer Hamito. 79, 75, 7.5 minutes. Good steal by Topeng. They go to Apolonio. Jammer asking for it. Mismatch. Hamito with a spin. Oh, he gets the bounce. Lead cut down to 2.
This, I believe, is the closest Pampanga has got to Nueva Ecija.
79-77. Macaloni. Feed is too strong. Pamboy on the recovery. Kick out. Palma Stern. Another pass. Raimundo Villarreas. Very deadly. No good. Rebound. It ends up with Pamboy. There's a foul. And he will proceed to the line.
Raimundo just quicker to the ball. And Hamito, no recourse but the foul.
I have to say, this is such a treat.
Oh yeah.
Not only to us, but to everyone watching. We turn you back to Sam Coloso.
Thanks, Migs. There was a lot of tension in Coach Gerson's huddle. Nueva Ecija gave a lot of free throws nga daw to Pampanga earlier in the third quarter, so they have to control their fouls now. Go tough, ang sabi ni Coach Gerson. Back to you guys.
Go tough. Be careful with your fouls. Great reminders from Coach Gerson Cabildes. Pamboy looked to have got really hit in the right eye, no?
That could definitely be bothering him right now. That lower part of his eye is red. And medyo bumaba yung vision niya ron.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Another foul here.
Oh, now it's Pampanga giving up more fouls. They're in the penalty with 6:54 remaining.
Pasok dito si John Capulong. 2 very big men now inside for Pampanga, in Capulong and Hamito going up against Shaq Taganas and Will Macaloni. Will Macaloni converting once more. You saw his numbers, very efficient from the line again. As always. A lot of people watching, including Jenmar Bragais. Big shout out as well to Deputy Speaker Congressman Don Gonzales, AG, Brenz, and Micah Gonzales, the owner, city councilor, and board member of Pampanga, Vice Mayor Din Gonzales of Mexico, Mayor Philip Nagit of Minalin, Pampanga, Governor Dennis Delta Pineda, Vice Governor Lilian Nanay Pineda, and board member Mylene Pineda. 81-77, under 7 minutes in the fourth and final frame. Hamito trying to pound his way, couldn't score.
That's a rush shot by Hamito.
Gabo setting things up. Screen by Taganas. Hesed. They go to Macaloni, who is looking for a teammate. Instead, he decides to attack. Macaloni will go back to the line.
You think that he's forcing a lot of his shots. Ito si Will Macaloni, but those are movements that he's very accustomed to. And for those of you who doubt his strength, it's on full display right there. Again, absorbing the contact and trooping to the line.
Will Macaloni, a former all-star of the Cebu City Sharks, making the first one. Now he's up to 9 out of 10 from the stripe. 90%, way up from his 78% average. Make that 10 out of 11. Mas mataas pa ang porsyento ni Will Macaloni. Now 11 out of 12. The timeout ng Pampanga. The lead is back to 6 points. 6 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in game number 1 of this North Division semifinal series. Back inside the Nueva Ecija Coliseum, we talk about this player matchup between Archie Concepcion and Michael Rico. Two Kapampangan squaring off. The numbers 6-3 and 4 for Archie, 10-4 and 2 for Rico. The story has revolved around a lot of players, not just the two of them. A collective effort from both Nueva Ecija and Pampanga. Right now, the lead is down to 6 points. The largest was at 15 for Michael Rico's squad. 6 minutes and 25 remaining in game number 1. Jammer Hamito. Again, trying to pound his way. Double team. They go to La Grama. Good fake. Topeng. Oh, what a fake again. Rebound, Macaloni. And here's Cesar Gabo. Forward pass. Palma. Oh, good feed to Collado.
Capulong once again late to come down the floor, and Collado running the break, finishing the 2 points.
Lead back up to 8. Archie, this is very important. That's a big one for Pampanga.
This may be reminiscent of that Game 3 against the Bataan Risers. Concepcion also struggled for the most part of that match before coming alive to secure that victory para sa Pampanga and the chance to face Nueva Ecija right here.
Great forward pass once more. The signature of Hesed Gabo. And then the last feed by Renz Palma to Jay Collado. Archie Concepcion, as you mentioned, he comes alive in the clutch, has done it all season long for Pampanga, delivering that big-time 3. The lead is cut down to 5. Unfortunately, as Pampanga is already in the penalty, it's free throws again for Nueva Ecija. Gabo making the first one.
This is the 36th and 37th attempt of Nueva Ecija from the line.
A combined 53 fouls in this game. And a combined 64 attempts from the free throw line.
We have to note, Mix, that Pampanga is going down a similar road in terms of committing fouls. They gave up 44 free throws to Bataan. They were lucky that the Risers only converted 21 of them.
Not the same case here against Nueva Ecija. Mito trying to post up. Foul against Collado. That's the last foul to give. para sa Nueva Ecija. Collado having a laugh with Jammer Hamito. That's good to see. Despite how tense this place already is. Baseline inbound. Archie. Down by 7. Against Palma. Concepcion on the drive. Tough layup. It ends up with Capulong, who is fouled.
Oh, despite the miscues of Capulong on the defensive end, it's still impressive that he's working hard on the offensive glass and actually one of the top scorers for his team right now.
Capulong with 6 boards, 12 points. You mentioned in the third quarter, he was the top scorer before the emergence of Jason Apolonio and Jammer Hamito. The Nueva Ecijanos now making some noise to distract Lawrence John Capulong. This is the first season that Nueva Ecija has hosted games here in Palayan City. And you can feel just how hungry these Nueva Ecijanos are to watch the games. Remember, there was a promise from Congressman Bong Cuevas that the title belongs to them in this season. Question is, will they be able to get it? Right now, they're being challenged by Pampanga in the North Division semifinals. Capulong missing again.
He gets another one because Will Macaloni was called for disconcerting.
Wala pa rin. Oh, Nagrama was there. Too strong on the follow. Battle inside. Great effort from the big man. Hamito scores.
Jammer Hamito asserting himself more in this second half para sa Pampanga.
Oh, that's a blocking foul.
That sidestep forcing Jammer Hamito to move his feet where he already was ready to take the charge on the initial step.
Hamito now has to be even more careful. He has 4 fouls.
And they don't want to lose him soon enough in this game because he has been a vital cog of their offensive sets.
He is now their leading scorer at 15 points. First free throw is good for Renz Palma. Lead back up to 6. You're just halfway through the 4th and final frame in game number 1. 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists for the homegrown, the ex-pro of Nueva Ecija. Concepcion will bring it down. Working with him are MJ Garcia, John Capulong, topping Nagrama and Jammer Hamito. Collado denying Hamito. Good steal by Palma. Smiling as he got that basketball. Byron, Renz, back to Villarias. Bombs away!
The trust of each Rice Vanguard to their teammate. No hesitation to give up the basketball to someone who is free. And that time, Villarias was the beneficiary of an extra pass by Renz Palma.
That could be a game changer here as Archie Concepcion misses on the other end. Big time players making big time plays. Byron Villarias looking to get another Best Player of the Game award in game number 1 of the semis. Nueva Ecijanos chanting "Uwian na." Palma, Mabulak, short stab is good.
Everything going right para sa Nueva Ecija. The past couple of plays have brought back the crowd into this one. More importantly, extending this lead to double digits once again. This is now a baker's dozen advantage para sa Nueva Ecija.
It all happened so fast. In a minute, it's back to double figures. Don Vera will come back here for Archie Concepcion.
That's just a testament to the ability of Nueva Ecija to flip the switch when they really put their minds to it.
And it started with their defense. MJ Garcia will now proceed to the line. Both teams are in the penalty. Garcia now playing in foreign territory. First free throw is good. A lot of spin on that shot. 4 points for MJ, who we mentioned has struggled in terms of his passing in this game. 94-83. Second one is too strong. Rebound belonging to Jay Collado. Gabo, another forward pass. Was there a touch? Looks like there was. Hamito going straight to the crowd.
That could have been assist number 11 for Hesed Gabo.
Coach Gerson Gabildes will call for time. Under 4 minutes in game number 1, they have an 11-point lead. Nueva Ecijanos nag-iingay para sa kanilang Rice Vanguards for looking for win number 24 in their 2022 season. Let's talk about Byron Villarias, an all-around effort from him all season long, and once again he has come alive.
13.1 points per game. Player with the most player of the game honors for Nueva Ecija. That is just a testament to how good Byron Villarias is, rising above the numerous stars of Nueva Ecija to be the best performer in most matches para sa kanila. That's just very impressive.
And his threes always come at the perfect time for Nueva Ecija to switch back the momentum to their squad. Here he is, double team. Risky there. Tapped away in favor of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards.
It's very risky to double any player from Nueva Ecija because everybody is just so adept offensively.
Hesed Gabo. Oh, he will fire. We talked about Hesed Gabo being clutch time and time again here in the Nueva Ecija Coliseum. He has already double-digit assists in this ball game, and he took matters into his own hands. Hamito answering back on the other end, but the lead is still 12 points.
The last few minutes of every game seems to be the territory of Hesed Gabo. May not be scoring a lot for the most part of the game, but hits timely baskets in the end game always.
Oh, great pass again. Basket and one for Byron Villarias.
Pretty play right there. And I've said this before, Hesed Gabo is the best point guard at this level. Not just in the MPBL.
That's a bold statement, and he's definitely supporting that statement right now. Not only scoring, but dishing it off once more to Byron Villarias. That's the first two-pointer for Byron tonight. And assist number 11 for Hesed Gabo. No conversion at the free throw line. Lead is 14. Just like that, it is 1 point away from the biggest margin of this match. Apolonio against Wico. Almost tapped away. 10 on the shot clock. Jason. Oh, turnover.
That's one of the reasons why they have struggled in this game. Itong Pampanga, 21st turnover of the game, which Nueva Ecija has converted into 24 turnover points. That's something that they are so good at doing.
Hesed Gabo. Back at it again. 14 on the shot clock. Two-man game with Collado. Watch out for the pop. Instead, Collado rolls! And he gives us another two-pointer. Foul here to stop the fast break. Free throw style.
The synergy and the great connection of Nueva Ecija producing 28 assists in this game. It has been hard for the Pampanga defense to keep their focus.
It was a single possession ball game in the upper half of this quarter. Just like that, Nueva Ecija piling up the points once more. They averaged 89 points per game. Now they reached the 100-point mark.
And to put it figuratively, just a snap of a finger, Nueva Ecija zoomed way ahead to build this comfortable lead with just 2:24 remaining.
Gabo will bring it down once more, being chased by MJ Garcia. Hesed Gabo with great composure, just dancing with it. Look at those dribbling skills. And he gives it up to Michael Wico. Screen by Collado. They go to Jay. He fires. In and out. Rebound Mabulak. This last 2 minutes is brought to you by Embassy Whiskey. Chill muna tayo. Looks to be a Game 1 victory for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Gabo, kick out. Michael Wico for the closer. No good. Another offensive board. Oh, they get it back.
Story of the game, despite being up, Nueva Ecija unrelenting.
10 seconds on the shot clock, 90 seconds in the game clock. Gabo, driving kick, Villarias, dribble, pull up, dagger.
13 three-pointers in this game, most of them coming from that man, former heavy bomber Byron Villarias.
MJ Garcia with a deuce. We're all about done here. What a performance by Nueva Ecija here in the fourth quarter. Should we say the latter part of the fourth quarter. 28 points and only allowing 16 for Pampanga after giving up 28 and 27 in the second and third quarters respectively. Gabo still controlling. Byron, miss from him. 47 seconds remaining.
Pampanga needs to work on a lot of things going into game 2.
We bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet. Own the win. The fake and the three-point shot once more for Hesed Gabo. What do you want to see improve for Pampanga in game number 2?
It's the consistency of the effort on both ends of the floor. They cannot allow relaxation on the defensive end because they have to be laser sharp every time down the floor. Nueva Ecija is just that good that you cannot relax at any moment. People running down the floor, getting ahead of the pack. You have to mark those players each time you get a basket. And also prevent second chance, third chance opportunities for the Rice Vanguards.
104-89, 16 seconds before this Game 1 victory for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. What an effort though from Pampanga, down by 15 early in the first half. They outscored Nueva Ecija in the second and in the third. They trim it down to a single possession ball game halfway through the fourth before that big explosion by Hesed Gabo and Byron Villarias.
Another dominant performance. Now, just a few wins away from getting that magic number 30.
This is win number 24 overall in the season for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Hard fought, but they will definitely take it. Big shout out as well to the Kapampangans who traveled from San Fernando, maybe from Angeles as well. Other areas of Pampanga present tonight. This player of the game is brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the MPBL. With OKBet, own the win. Just had to give it to this guy.
There was so much great performers in this game para sa Rice Vanguards, but this man on your screens controlled the show for almost the entire game. 13 assists, ending up with a double-double, hitting a dagger in the final moments of the game to get the double digits and get a double-double. 10 and 13 to go with 3 rebounds, and just his leadership on the floor has been crucial all season long para sa kanila.
Say it again. How good is Hesed Gabo?
Best point guard at this level, the mid-pro level, definitely.
Hesed Gabo is now with Sam Coloso.
Kasama nga natin ngayon ang ating best player of the game, Hesed Gabo from the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, coming in with 10 points and 13 assists. Hesed, congratulations. It was such a tough yet fulfilling hometown game. Take me through it.
I think this is just a testament sa sistema na nila Coach Gerson and the rest of the coaching staff. Coach Gerson is just always reminding us na what we do in practices is what we do in games. So our practices are even harder than this. So yeah, that's it.
Hesed, sabi ni Coach, go tough. How important is it to go tough when you have to?
Like I said sa practices, lagi sa amin na ine-emphasize yung pagiging tough and pagiging hardworking, and it shows in the game.
Maraming salamat, Hesed. There are a lot of Novo Ecijanos watching you right now, not just here but also live on our Facebook and our YouTube. Batiin mo na sila.
Siyempre, unang-una sa lahat, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord na binigay sa amin itong panalo na to. At siyempre, nagpapasalamat ako sa lahat ng Novo Ecijanos na nagpunta dito para suportahan kami. Nagpapasalamat ako kay Boss Bong Cuevas, Ma'am Ryan Cuevas, kay Ma'am Vian, kay Boss Ivan, at sa buong Cuevas family na sobrang suporta sa amin. At nagpapasalamat ako sa family ko, siyempre, kay Benson, kay Ina, kay Stella, sa anak ko, kila Sky, sa mga barkada ko na bumiyahe pa galing Quezon City, sila Dan, sila Glenn, sila Rama. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat and congratulations to you and your team. Once again, that was Hesed Gabo, our best player of the game from the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. This player of the game is brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the MPBL. With OKBet, own the win. Mix and Javi.
Thank you, Sam. Congratulations to the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, up 1-0 in their series versus Pampanga. Same goes for the San Juan Knights against Pasig City. Tomorrow, we travel to Zamboanga. Friday, to Pasig City for the North Division as well, and then Batangas naman this coming Saturday. Patuloy po ang aksyon sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Do catch the action as we have your South Division semifinals. Wow, what a game. Again, the biggest lead was 15 in the first half. Pampanga trimming it down to a single possession ball game in the fourth quarter, but the re-emergence of Hesed Gabo and Byron Villarias just too much for Pampanga. Coach Gerson Cabildes and company will take game number 1. In behalf of my partner Javi Palanya, our courtside reporter Sam Coloso, my name is Mix Gomez, at ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.